Welcome to episode 3 of our practicing series, I guess we'll call it that. Today I wanted to talk to you about care and maintenance of your instrument or of your child's instrument. For our beginners especially, this is really kind of the first few times they're taking their instrument home or back and forth to school on a regular basis. So that's something we need to just kind of remind them of and remind you about. We talk to our kiddos, way back at the beginning of the school year about how we take care of our instrument and when we're transporting, but it's never too late to send a friendly reminder. One of the things that's really important for our instruments is that we avoid those extremes of temperatures. It's October now, whenever this video is being made, and so we're starting to see that cooler weather in the morning, but still pretty warm in the afternoons. We want to avoid as much of that fluctuation in temperature as we can with our instruments. They're held together by a special flexible glue, and that glue is designed to actually come apart and open at the seams. And because the wood is temperature sensitive, it expands and contracts, and so sometimes you'll find where those seams open up. That's actually on purpose because it prevents the wood from actually cracking and splitting. It's better for a seam to open and come unglued and just need to be reglued than wood to actually crack, because that's a much bigger and more serious repair. So it's pretty crafty, but either way, you don't want to crack or you don't want an open seam in the instrument. It affects the sound and the playability of it. Another thing that your child should be doing each time they play is loosening their bow hair after they play. So there's a little screw on the end. They should be tightening it up to play and then loosening it back when they're finished. And then also to wipe the rosin dust off the belly of the instrument and off the strings with a soft cloth. It doesn't help or doesn't hurt to wipe off the bow stick as well. Sometimes it gets some rosin dust on the wood part of the bow. They can use an old t-shirt, a little washcloth or rag, an old sock as long as it's clean. Anything like that that really helps. Just keep things clean. If something bad does happen, there is a crack or an open seam, or the bridge falls down, or something crazy like that happens. Parents, please don't attempt to fix it yourself. Just like if you had some major medical condition, you probably would not try to fix it yourself. You'd probably seek a professional's help. Let's do the same with our instruments. If it's a broken string or something like that, that's something that we can easily fix, the orchestra teachers, and take care of for your kid in just a matter of minutes. If it's something more serious, where it's not something we can fix ourselves, we will get that instrument to a place that will take care of it by a trained luthier, who is a person who works on string instruments, and they will do those repairs and take care of us. Yes, it may cost you some money, but it's certainly less expensive than having to replace a whole instrument, and it's certainly less expensive than trying to repair a bad repair, if that makes sense. So we'll make sure it gets sent off and fixed appropriately if there's something major that happens. One other thing, of course, is getting it in and out of the car and things like that. Let's just be careful with bumping into things with our breakable wooden instruments. We tell the kiddos, if you treat it like it's made of glass, you're going to be set. And just like you wouldn't bump and clunk and drop and set things down heavily if it's made of glass, you place it gently. Same thing with our wooden instruments. So hopefully that's been helpful for you, talking about care and maintenance and making that instrument last as long as it can. We'll talk next time about building good habits and about what good practicing sounds like. Thanks.